Hey, how's it going, boys? Welcome back to another Loom. And in this series of releasing the sauce, today we're going to be talking about how I came up with an offer of VSL that has helped numerous businesses and has also helped me landed four of my clients and like got an impression to a point where everyone is really asking me like how we're making these VSLs, right? Before I even get into the VSL, today I'm going to tell you like how do you make a VSL that actually converts and how do we make a VSL that is bringing that many leads. So we're just going to talk about a VSL that actually converts, right? So before I even begin, let me tell you who is this for. This is basically for every business owner who has an online presence in B2B, B2C, SaaS, info service, ecom, Amazon, anything, right? If you have any business, you need to have a VSL on your website. Why? Because it basically tells your prospect what you do, right? Anytime anyone lands on your website, they're not going to read everything. People tend to get more attracted to its videos instead of written copy, right? So that's basically simple and everyone knows that. I'm not going to sit here and explain you why a VSL is really important. In short words, a website is incomplete without a VSL, right? But before we get into it, let me tell you how we basically make a VSL that actually converts. A VSL is always divided into four parts: the research, scripting, the secret sauce that we use, and the editing, right? So this is basically the thing that we do, which makes us stand out from all of our competition, right? Which makes us craft one of the best VSLs in the game. So before I even begin talking about that, let me tell you, when you craft and when you mix all these four things, it really helps you get more cold DM conversions, email conversions, website credibility, and overall, your website is not going to be complete without a VSL. So, I mean, every business owner knows that, right? Before I even begin telling you the process and showing you the VSL, here were the few comments that people made, right? So out of nowhere, I just posted my VSL on Twitter. I had no intentions of getting sales. There was no lead magnets, nothing. I just posted my VSL, like the full VSL. That's what people were talking about, like perfectly explained. Wanted to make something like this too, right? Even if he is, as a client, is not converting, he knows what I do, right? 90% of the business owner have a problem that they can't even explain what services they offer, right? That's why in my VSL, I made sure to not pinpoint on some sort of, you can say, offer. What I basically did was make sure to revolve my VSL around the topic that we basically provide service on. Now you're gonna be like, oh, people use looms. The looms are a lot more better. Like this VSL is a lot more better on website. Trust me, I kid you not. On website, your prospect is going to be cold and he needs to see the professionalism your company, your service, your agency has. And the first impression is last impression. You all know that, right? If the first impression is going to be all right, if I watch a professional VSL, which is crafted to perfect extent, they're going to be like, all right, interesting. This is what they do. They have actually told me, like, this is how basically they offer their services. 100% they're going to convert. They're going to be like, all right, interesting. I really want to know more about your business. That's what happened here, right? Thanks, man. Your VSL, yeah, like people were literally commenting, your VSL is really saucy. Thanks, man. The conversions are even more mad. What's the cost for something like that? That sounds great to me. I was just pitching him the services, but he was like, we'd love to put together a VSL like that, right? They're like, even if we don't want your service, Abdullah, but the VSL that you just made, we want something. We want to represent our business like that VSL. So, and also on cold DMs, this was the response I got. Fantastic work. I appreciate the detailed process breaking down. Truly impressive. Great work, man. I really like the process breakdown. Like they're talking about the process breakdown. Let me show you the process breakdown here. So it was something like this.
Hi, my name is Abdullah, and I've successfully scaled my YouTube channel to over 100,000 subscribers with only 32 videos, amassing more than 19 million views in total. Impressive, right? Trust me, my clientele base is even more impressive than that. Well, my promise is simple. Inspirations from industry giants like Ali Abdal will help you set up an efficient system tailored for your team. You'll get a 3-month roadmap and advice on content strategy, and even assistance in building an in-house content team and personalized guides on how to conquer these platforms. Plus, a dedicated workspace for your content creation needs. That's pretty much it. Book a call below, and let's get started.
If you want to watch a whole VSL, I'm just going to link the description down below and you can watch it and you can get an idea on how a basic and a perfect VSL looks like. And if you're even watching this video, it has to be for a reason. You're coming from the giveaway I did on Twitter, right? So for example, what basically I do to this point is whenever I'm pitching my services on DM, do you know what I do? Once I get the response, boom, I send them the VSL and they're like, all right, now they know everything about my business. I don't have to send them looms. They don't have to sit for 4, 5, 15 minutes to understand my business. They know what I offer. And if they're interested, they're going to book a call. Simple as that. A VSL has to be short and snappy because this is how in 2024, people are really projectiling their businesses. They have to show their businesses with expertise, right? So whenever I'm doing a cold DM, I do a cold DM. They're like, okay, Abdullah, the claims you have made in the DM, what do you offer? I'm sending them the VSL and they're like, oh shit, this is something good, right? I want to book a call, want to know more. Simple. Then we show them mirror charts, conversion. Simple. Website credibility. If we do any giveaways, anything, people fall onto our website, saw the VSL, okay, they understand what we do now. Now, everything that they're going to read on the website is going to make more sense. So for example, well, I told you that I posted my VSL on Twitter and basically this is what happened with that perfect VSL. I got 4 calls booked. People were interested to know what we basically offer. So without further ado, I'm just going to quickly explain you like how do you make a great VSL and what exactly is the system that we follow in our agency to come up with a VSL for businesses, right? So before I even go in depth, every business owner can use this VSL. Amazon, B2B, B2C, SaaS, digital marketing, copywriting, affiliate, anything, right? Trading, any course, anything that you're selling. If you have a website, you need a VSL. Simple as that. So that's why I'm just going to break it down. So first thing first that we do is we come up with a research. So once I get a client, right? The client, for example, I also made a VSL for one of my clients, remote estimation here. So they were like an estimation business. I'm just going to show you a glimpse. So this is just a quick example. Let me tell you what we basically did in order to come up with a VSL like this. First, we send a questionnaire info sheet, right? So we basically ask all the questions from our clients, like all the personalized questions that we can get so we can get into his head. We're going to take all the information from internet that is available for the client and his business, and then we're going to send him a market research sheet audit. So for example, if you are in Amazon business, we're going to do all the market research sheet audit on your business and your competitors. If you're in the SaaS business, software business, we're going to do a market research sheet in your competitor's niche. If you're in the dropshipping business and in a particular product, we're going to do the market research sheet. That's the research part. It's what gets us one step ahead, right? Once the research sheet is done, then we do the research process. Our team of copywriters then skim through the market sheet and research doc religiously. This is the point that I was telling you about. Then we start doing the research process, and once that's done, then we start writing the copies for the VSL. We come up with we all the time come up with two scripts, right? One has to be laid back and one has to be more salesy. So we just keep on changing that, right? So the team then drops a proven VSL structure, keeping the brand voice and the visuals in mind. Prime goal here is to keep the brand voice intact while executing a story with the audience, so the final script hits the right ICP, right? So we need to make sure the people that we are targeting, the ideal consumer that we're targeting, it has to be more relatable to them. So this is basically how a VSL script looks like. I'm not going to go in detail. I'm just going to show you in depth how basically we execute this. Then comes the third process, personalization. Now this is the secret sauce that I was talking about. Like 90% of the people make mistake at this point, and this is what really, I'd say, separates us from all the other people that are making VSLs in this industry, right? The audit comments. Simple as that. Don't expect much from the editor, right? Once the VSL script is done, so let me tell you basically what people do. They come up with a script, and then they send it to the editor. They're like, all right, can you please come up with a VSL for us? Brother, there's a reason why he's an editor. He does not have good research mindset. He's not going to be able to present that properly. Why? Because 90% of the time, you're not going to find a post-production guy who's really good at really telling what your business is all about. That's the most important thing where the audit comments come in. That's where I jump in all the time for my clients. So the personal research, audit comments, once the audit comments are done, then we do the personal research, right? After compiling the script, we'll request specific images from the client, such as case studies, training videos, status representation, and promotional offers to enhance the personalization of the story through a variety of images and videos, right? So this VSL that you just saw of my company, you see there are a lot of case studies of my clients. I'm showing off my YouTube channel. I'm showing off a lot of things like my meetings and all that stuff. How is that possible? Once our client gives us that stuff, that's what we integrate with animation into your VSL. So it looks more, I'd say, more personalized, right? That's how you basically do it. So that's the second thing. Let me show you how basically I do the audit comments so you get an idea on basically how we're doing the animation part. So once the script is done, this is where the audit comments come in, right? Show the footage of everyone creating content, tons of video switching, make a maze, add pictures, show my meetings, like these meetings that I attach, right? This is how you come up with a great VSL. This is the secret sauce that you have to use as a researcher, right? Make an animation funnel of this, then I attach more of my photos, show their channels, show the calendar link, show my Loom, right? These are the custom things that I do as an audit for all my clients to come up with a great VSL. So basically, this is how the whole process works. And once that's done, then we do the custom personalized animation the way I showed you, and back and forth I'm always communicating with the post-production guy to make sure that we both are on the same page. So this is how the process basically works. And if you want the project file giveaway for my VSL, and even if you don't want to work with us, and if you want a VSL like this, just drop a call, book a call below, and then we can get started. And if you don't, you want a project file, it is also going to be in the description so you can get an idea on basically how we have also executed our post-production in this VSL. So I hope this VSL makes sense. And if you want a VSL like this for your company, just drop me a message on Twitter or just book a call below, and inshallah we can get started, right? Thank you for your time, and peace.